A female doctor suddenly learns that her boyfriend has a brain tumor. After a brief shock, she nervously grabs the medical records. The huge worry makes her pale and her breathing quickens. After confirming the condition, Miyu asks Shin Kili why he didn't tell her earlier, saying they could have faced it together. They could have discussed it. Seeing Mi's reaction, Shin Kili quickly comforts her, saying it's not a big deal. Mi is a neurosurgeon who has seen many more serious patients and performed many riskier surgeries than Shin Kili's. But when she thinks about the fact that Shin Kili will be on the operating table, she can't help but worry. Especially after hearing the experts say his pituitary adenoma is large and in a bad position, and that it can't be treated with minimally invasive surgery, she becomes even more worried. She knows that as a special police team leader, an open craniotomy for Shin Kili means he might have to leave his life's work. However, Shin Kili has already made up his mind because the tumor has already pressed on his nerves, making it impossible for him to work normally. The next day, he found his leader to hand over his duties and asked to transfer to logistics. Then he took his old partner and walked confidently to the training ground. When he arrived at the training ground, he was surprised to find that his brothers were all there, even though they should have been on vacation. He understood that this was their silent comfort. They weren't good with words, and even though they were usually loud and rowdy, they didn't know how to express their concern and attachment. They could only convey warmth through silence and show deep care through companionship. This was brotherhood, which needed no words but spoke louder than any speech. Shin Kili didn't want them to feel sad with him, so he ordered them to leave in his capacity as a team leader. After leaving the base, Shin Kili went to his favorite noodle shop. As soon as he sat down, Dong Wenba came in. Years of friendship made Dong Wenba know that when Shin Kili was feeling down, he would come here for noodles. The atmosphere at the table wasn't tense despite Lu Feng's scolding of Shin Kili. Instead, the three of them happily talked about their past happy times and the usual teasing between brothers. Shin Kili tried to stop their nonsense, but it didn't work. Sometimes, having brothers by your side to cry, laugh, and play around with is really great. In today's fast-paced life and heavy pressure, have you lost touch with your old friends? Is there still time to drink together, chat about life, and remember those wild days of youth and the girls you chased back then? Compared to that, Shin Kili is lucky. He not only has his brother's company, but also his family's care. Like Lu Feng, sister Shin Kuya returned immediately after learning about the situation. Although she scolded him, Shin Kili could feel her concern and worry. After comforting his sister, he went to pick up Mi from work, but because of his health, he couldn't drive, so he suggested taking a taxi, which Mi refused. Instead, she took Shin Kili on a bus without a driver. The two of them happily leaned on each other. Mi even playfully held Shin Kili in her arms, making him wish he could relive the moment again and again. As the operation day approached, although Shin Kili tried to act casual, Mi knew he was very nervous. She feared that after the surgery, he might never return to frontline work. Sometimes, when someone gets sick, the people around them suffer the most. Just like me, she wanted to help Shin Kili but felt helpless. She shared her feelings with her friend Xiao Man, who encouraged her. Inspired by Xiao Man, Mi picked herself up and started researching a lot of information and case studies. This scene was witnessed by Xiao Yuhans, who had just returned from a business trip. Download the Daily Short app to watch full episodes for free.